Okay, we're now going to tint the rear window on the Tesla S. I'm going to use the same steps as I did in the first one. I'm going to use my pre-tack and scrub it and craft my pattern. And here we go. I like to pinch the top of this. See, I'm pinching it. I get both sides real good. A lot of times that helps clean it really, really well. Even on the outside, it just looks better. Again, I'm just not going to use a blade. I don't trust a blade. Sometimes this makes me cough a little bit with this alcohol smell. I like to feel it with my fingertips, look for any hardened particles. And again, that right there looks good. I'm going to dry it down real quick. Nothing in this pre-tack will hurt anything. Mainly isopropyl alcohol and lots of surfactants. So surface tension cleaner, good stuff. Okay. All right. I'm really cool with that. It's cleaned really well. Now let's go get some film and let's craft a pattern. I've already cleaned the outside of the glass before the video. I want to kind of carefully wet that. I've already predetermined which piece of film I'm going to use here, which is this. Again, this is prototype film. This is NanoFlex. I'm trying to figure out, release liner needs to face me. That would have been a bad mistake. I'm going to put this piece of film on the glass, size everything up. I'm going to secure it with my hard card because we are about to craft a pattern. All right. One of the things I like to do is mark the bottom edge with my Sharpie. I will do a trim to get that like I want it. It's definitely curved at the bottom of this Tesla, so it's not. I'm not really able to use my straight edge. Make sure my Sharpie mark doing it really well. It did. I'm going to use my blade that I would never cut on glass with. This is my carbon blade. It's the black one, double hone. It's really good for this kind of stuff. I'm just going to start here, go across the top. Don't ever try that. You can mess things up like I almost did. That's my top edge. I'm going to do my two sides now. I'm going to do the same technique. I'm going to worry with my little corners here last. I'm just going to kind of cut into that. Go straight down. Because these windows are frameless, I might shave some of this on the outside. I don't have to get this perfect. If I do, it makes it less shaving I have to do. A lot of times I can line these windows up and really get down to where I don't have to do a lot of shaving if they're already looking like they've been shaved. It's a lot less work to have to contend with. Try to pretty these corners up. Trying to find a good sharp side of my blade. Sometimes I gotta click around and find it. I'll go down this way. Okay, tear away. I definitely will contend with these little corners on the inside of the glass. Sometimes it's just better to do that. Kind of fine tune them a little bit, kind of less I have to deal with. Okay, starting to shape up. It's definitely not perfect on the outside, but that's okay. I've got some tricks to use on the inside to get it like I want it. I'm gonna cut this again just to get a little tighter. Why not? I think I can do a little better at the bottom here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now it's time to take this pattern over there. Let's fine tune it. Get my spray bottle. Okay. Let me grab my tape measure, my ruler. I think I see an opportunity to use that to make some of these cuts a little cleaner. Okay, if this is a straight line right here and this is a straight line, sometimes we can seize the opportunity to use straight edges to really clean up these little edges if we had some struggles like I did on cutting them out. That way I don't have to really do much with shaving, and I can really make this look pretty doing this method. I'm going to take advantage of that. I just shave a little bit off, and that edge is perfect. Sometimes a really clean edge up against a beveled edge on a glass, it looks actually better than shaving. Sometimes the shaving is not really perfectly straight. If there's an imperfection in the beveled edge, you're going to have an imperfection in shaving. You put a straight edge up next to a beveled edge that's slightly kind of crooked, you'll make it clean up real quick using this strategy right here. That's my opinion. Let's see if we have the same opportunity over here. Since I'm right-handed, I'm going to flip my pattern. Let's see if this one's straight. If it is, we are in business. And it is straight. It is straight. Look at that. I don't think we're going to have to shave anything, folks. We're going to take advantage of straight edges and make edges look clean and pretty. See, now I can deal, all I got to deal is with is corners and the bottom now. Let's go ahead and flip this back around. Let's look at what we're going to do with the bottom here. See, my Sharpie never lets me down. I know exactly what I'm dealing with on the bottom, and so I know about how far I want to go below that rub rail, and I'm going to control the bottom of my tint with a perfectly smooth cut, right angle here with a sharp blade. Watch this. Just like I meant for it to be like this. I mean, look at that. That's a smooth edge right there, folks. It's not going to peel up or nothing. I'm going to round my corners up. See, I'm going to round them up to make them where they don't peel. Like that. Okay. I'm going to round this little sucker up right here. I'm probably going to do a little fine-tune work on the inside with it. And I'm also going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to make it look really pretty, symmetrical. Now I'm going to shrink it and install it. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to quickly wet the window. Let's do a quick shrink on it. I always shrink my windows. Never trust them, even if they don't look like they need shrinking. We're going to shrink them. We don't ever have to worry with fingers when we do it. We want to create that tension at the bottom, and we want to keep those finger bubbles from coming up and messing up our day, actually. All right. We do see some fingers. It's fine. I'm going to get my well built, and we'll start dealing with them. Okay, first phase of this is I'm going to shrink these fingers, and then the next phase is create more fingers to tighten this up. This is the easy part. What I'm doing now. I'll pick it up again, create some more over here. And work it down. This will really, really pay off with this window. I actually made a small mistake. Just an inconvenience, not a bad mistake. I'm gonna pull this pattern up a little higher. It's getting a little too close to the rubber seals on this car, and I definitely don't want to scorch them or burn them or anything like that. So just a quick adjustment can save us a lot of trouble. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just quickly smooth it out and resume where I left off, which I've only got another few seconds left anyway, and we'll be back on underway. Okay, yeah, let's do a little shrinking over here. Mainly at the bottom here where I couldn't really reach, and make sure everything's smooth, and it is. Well, that seemed like a lot of effort, but sure is going to make a big difference on us when we're ready to install, which we're about there. Let's see here. All right, I'm really happy with that pattern. It really looks good. Okay, let's get ready to clean it up. That's like a good orange bucket from Home Depot. Actually, there's two of them put together so I can get the right height that I want. If I need it taller, I'll just add a third one. I want to go ahead and squeegee. Good clean strokes. I like to dry my edges. And I am ready to install. I just kind of missed my window. I don't kill it with water. Come over here and wet my pattern. Keep the static dust down. Then I peel everything. I like to peel from the bottom in case I want to sort of crease anything or damage any glue. I usually don't, but if I did, it would be out of sight, out of mind. It'd still stick. It just wouldn't be in the top area where you can see it easier. Every now and then I do make a mistake. Try not to though. Okay. Let's work this pattern on. No hurry, but we do want to try to get under the seals. Just kind of creep it down in there. Okay. I could have a friend pull the glass back, or I'm probably not going to go through that extreme. I'm just going to try to create the space that I need with this card. This will be the Platinum Easy Reach. I love the card for this type of stuff. And ooh, it is trying to fight me a little bit, but that's okay. I might just try to push it back myself. This is where I wish I had three hands sometimes. Trying to get tint to slide down where you want it to go. Ah, there it went. It just popped in there. What I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Kind of the nervous part sometimes, getting it to do that, but when it does it, it's like, oh, relief. Okay, I'm telling you, with this technique, there's no shaving required. It looks like it's a shave. It's no doubt. I just got to get it just right. And I mean, I've got the perfect look. Straight. It's actually better than a shave because it's beveled edges. I see it's a little wavy. Not bad. Not bad at all. It sure does make it look factory when it's straight. All right, we're going to start squeegeeing it out. Let's see. I like my yellow turbo here. It's my bigger one. Give it a little bit of lubrication with the slip solution. Make sure everything's relaxed, which it is. Just kind of take it easy and just start the process. I like to go across the top, kind of slowly work myself down with a squeegee and just make sure there's nothing sliding around. So always got to keep a check on it. Okay. It is sliding a little bit, but that's okay. I'll work with it. Slide it back. Okay. It's a little air bubble right here I got to work out. Okay, I'm there. I always like to work my water out to the side like this. I don't want to like push it down in there because it wants to come back up, and that's when it's going to bring its trash with it. I always like to try to squeegee things from the inside out. Work things down and then work them out. Okay. Ever so slightly did it shift. I got it back. Okay. I'm always playing around, shifting it a little bit here, a little bit there. I got to get the perfect edge on it. Okay, see, I can still shift it a little bit. That's what I love about this glue. I hadn't put the pressure on it yet. It's a pressure-sensitive adhesive, and when you put the pressure on it is when you can lock it down, and that's this phase right here. We're going to use a tool like the Blue Match. We're going to get the right leverage. Now we're going to start pushing tint down and sticking it. See, that's sticking now. I've lost my ability to slide it. That's what I want. And when I didn't want to lose it, I had that ability to slide it. And so far, this window's looking like a winner. Okay. I was able to do most of the details all on the glass. I took advantage of my straight edges. Got some really pretty edges here. I think they look better than if I shaved them because of the straightness of them. Just make sure they lay down. And clean up my mess. I love these door panels. It just doesn't look like there's ever been any water on them. It doesn't soak up water at all. Dry the edges. This window's done. I'll clean everything up and we'll it disengage the window so it goes back down, and we're done. Okay, now we're going to tint the last rear little quarter window in the Tesla S, and I'm going to go through the same steps. Just going to make this short, sweet, and simple. This is my pre-tack. I always believe in the pre-tack, even on the little windows. Why not? If I got to clean it anyway, might as well do it with pre-tack instead of a slip solution. Just I'm going to feel it for any hardened particles. I'm going to get up against the dot matrix. You know, the dot matrix in this black is designed to hide silicone, and it's also designed to protect the silicone from damage, from the UV rays damaging it. So, and the silicone also sticks to it. And if the silicone can stick to the painted surfaces, then our film can too. But I might as well prepare the surfaces with our pre-tack so that it sticks really well. And that's what I do. It's just a quick step and I'm done with it. I'm gonna actually get the piece of scrap film that was off the front window, determine where the release liner is, which is facing me. And I'm gonna quickly spray this little window so that I can put this film on there to get the best fit possible. And we're gonna tint it with our scrap piece. All right, I like that the way that's fitting. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of trim it down a little bit. Sometimes my knife gets stuck way down in the bottom, but I'm always gonna break my blade. Never want to cut on a car with a dull blade. That could be very bad. I'm probably just gonna, such a small window, I'm just gonna cut it real quick. Not even gonna pre-trim anything. Probably no sense in it. everything's looking really, really good. I'm just almost done with the whole thing here, so I can discard the remainder of the film. Kind of pretty it up a little bit. Everything looks really round and smooth, which I'm there. I'm going to quickly just place this on the glass behind me. Just get out of my way. I'm going to clean the outside so it looks better for the video and I can see. But I'm going to take my slip solution, which is a Tint tack, and then I'm going to squeegee it. Probably just going to use my little squeegee. And then just go down in rows, wipe it off every time I go across. And then I'm going to install it. I'm going to leave it dry on the inside. I'm going to only wet my film. Small pieces, I don't need to wet both surfaces. I just want them to stick first time. Less possibility for contamination. Just works out really well for me every time. Probably going to sit down and try to aim it better. Once I get it on there, even, make sure there's no light gaps. It's time to squeegee it. This video is almost a wrap here. It's not hard to do these little windows, they're simple. Kind of fun to do. And then I can watch it from the outside like I'm a spectator. Look at that, folks. What I'm going to do now is clean up my mess on the inside. Get the water out from the edges. And voila, we're done.